Mongolia too. Okay, so I'm in Ulaanbaatar. I started work. I'm starting to get orientated around the city, and I have my own apartment now. The city is the main part of the city center anyway is small enough to walk around and get orientated with these streets, the area, and the places that you want to go to and visit again. There were quite a few Australians working up there and South Africans. Being in the mining industry, that would be expected. There were Americans and Canadians, and some Filipinos and Indonesians. A bit of a mixture. There's actually one guy from Papua New Guinea there. But anyways, I found the people to be accepting, warm, friendly. The women were very attractive. I must say, very attractive race. The men, well, I guess they were handsome in their own way, but the women very attractive and very well groomed, summer and winter. I said they had all the amenities. They had a lot of boutiques from the United States there and from Europe. They're more of a Euro-Asian race, not so much of and this is me saying it, as in a Chinese Asian race. They're more of a Euro-Asian race, so they're very tall, very attractive, different features than the Asians throughout Asia Pacific area, or China per se. Okay, so I start work. You have to do a lot of courses, especially on safety, health and safety, because at some stage you're going to end up going out to the mine site, which is out in the Gobi Desert. It's north of Ulaanbaatar, and huge mine, massive underground complex, and they predominantly copper. They mine for copper and gold, especially. They have a strip mine outside and underground mine, and it's costing Ulaanbaatar billions of dollars. Costing Rio Tinto billions of dollars. They're in deficit at the moment, and they're having some major issues with the Mongolian government. But that's another story. I mean, that's the political side of things. I don't even want to go there. There's some strange things that happen in all companies, but that's one of them. So Ulaanbaatar, I get settled in my apartment. Wow, this is very cool. Freezing cold. I'm looking around for a jacket. I try a number of stores. Nothing fits, right? I'm too big for sizing. But one store I had my size, so I found a quilted jacket, layered, zip up with the hood, and I thought, well, nice. So I grabbed that, and I wore layers under that, gloves, beanie. You have to, you freeze otherwise. I mean, it gets out in the countryside. I believe it gets down, way down, can get down to 30 minus 30. In the city there, I think it would down around minus 12. Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. Snow. The snow is so pretty. Oh my Lord, you see those flakes coming down. I remember sitting in a French restaurant, and I'm having a beer, waiting for my dinner to be served, and I look out and I just see the flakes, the snowflakes coming down. So pretty. I thought, oh man, it's something. If you're not bored up on that, we're bored up down here in a more Pacific style climate, humidity, heat, dry, wind, stuff, but not snow. We do get snow in certain areas of Australia, New Zealand, but in certain parts. But it was really nice to see and experience. I'm like, whoa, what snow? How cool is that? But um, it started as the winter starts phasing out and it starts going into the summer. The summer's beautiful, perfect heat. I think 27, 28, dry, no humidity that I know of. It was just dry, perfect heat. For me, perfect heat. I love dry heat. Any temperature's fine, and I've experienced 50 plus heat in Iraq, out in a FOB, the forward operating base. But this was perfect heat, and they've it's a great vibe in summer. The restaurants are buzzing, the bars. They have outdoor entertainment. You can sit around at tables outside by the hotel there, and they come out and take your orders for food and drinks, and they got music playing, and it's live music, and it is really nice. Nice touch. Nice touch. I befriended a lot of people up there. Um, Good people. Some of the guys, we used to go out and drink. Some of the Australian guys, a lot of them would congregate, South Africans and some of the Australians would congregate at a particular bar downtown. It was like a magnet. Like they'd just and go there and they'd sit around pretty much like you would find here in Australia. And drink and talk and drink and talk and which is fine, but he wants to do a little bit more than that. Like I said, I made a lot of friends, a lot of lady friends, and great people, great people. I'm a bit of a political junkie, and sometimes I should just push that aside, because people do have their own preferences and political views, and I'm more ascertaining on what someone believes or thinks. I discern. I think I have a good idea of discernment. I mean, I can hear, I believe, one sentence, a bunch of words comes out of someone's mouth, and pretty much, I'm not judgmental. I just know where they're coming from. I know what they believe, what their background is, just based on that. It doesn't take much. Not that I say anything, I'm pretty quiet. I just sit there and listen quite often. But anyway, they had, the Mongolians have been through some tough times with the Russians and the Chinese. Mongolia is sandwiched between Russia to the north, China to the south, Kazakhstan to the west, and it's all landlocked. But the countryside is stunning. It reminds me of Colorado, rolling hills, forests, streams, horses, just beautiful. In summertime, oh, gorgeous. Personally, I'd love to go back there. Hopefully one day I will. it felt like home to me after a while. After living there, it felt like home. I would go up the road and sit back in the cigar lounge and have a Cuban cigar and some cognac or scotch. And it was a real, had that antique, old style feel to it, the cigar lounge. Had the leather chairs you sit and you just roll back into. The ashtrays, they give you a big square thick glass ashtrays. It's like, wow, that you just don't see it anywhere. And it's like, wow, that's nice. They had humidor, a big glass humidor you could walk in, and they had just rows and rows of, Bolivar, Cohiba, Monte Cristo, a Punch, Romeo, Julieta, so on and so forth, cigars. And very smooth. I mean, cigars to me are like a good wine or a good scotch. You get one and you stick to it. And I love the Cohibas or Bolivars. Monte Cristos too. I like, but you get some good cigars. And wow, nice, man. Really nice. And they had fast food outlets there, American fast food outlets, and they're really good, really good. Food was up to good standard. The restaurants, the service, great. I used to always tip the girls. I was paid in U.S. dollars, so the living was in Tekrut, their local currency, and of course the value denomination and value was the U.S. dollar, obviously, so very high. So you get a lot of value for money, but they would accept Tekrut or U.S. dollars. So you go out. I'd always tip the girls when I go to a restaurant. Because they did a good job. They worked their butts off serving. And once they got to know you, obviously I guess it's the tips, but also being a nice person, I'm always very polite. I would, thank them so much for what they do and appreciate it. And you could always catch the eye. Just go, boom, they're there. Yes, sir. What would you like? And you order it. Good service. You could order pretty much whatever food you like. You could get it there. So Ulaanbaatar has a modern area, mainly the center of town, and an old area, a bit like the old Russian, Soviet type areas. But they were still fun. It's all good, right? The gyms were very modern gyms. They had all the equipment. So I joined the gym, and I paid cash for a year and started working out. And modern equipment, I'm used to the rustic gyms with heavy equipment, but the gym I worked out in and the hotel, very modern. Everything was pretty much machine. Upstairs they had the full-length swimming pool, heated swimming pool, jacuzzi tub at the end. You could lay in the jacuzzi tub, relax after swimming, and look out the window down at everyone walking around and doing what they do. They also had saunas and steam rooms, that sort of thing. But very nice complex. So I used the gym to the best I could for the equipment they had to train. But I really pounded the weights while I was there, and I maxed out on everything, machines, leg press, and everything they had. But I started going up in weight. I went up to 128.5 kilos. was quite a considerable size. I've never been that size before. So as I maxed out at that, and I felt comfortable with that weight. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. This is Mongolia 2, and I'll start talking about the gym more and the people I met and the travels I did. Okay?